What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Anime Double Hunter, and man, this chapter was fire. We got some information. I don't even know if I should even call it information considering we speculated it, but man, this chapter was fire. Things are finally about to get started. Like, officially the Culling games is about to begin. Next chapter. And man, this arc could put Jujutsu Kaisen in its own league if we're being real. And if we're also being real, subscribing to the channel will put me in my own league, considering I'll have you guys as a fan base and you guys will make my channel different. Like, for real. Also subscribe to the channel and join the family. You'll get all sorts of awesome Jujutsu Kaisen content, weekly reviews, character explain videos, and more, all coming straight to your feed by yours truly. Drop a like if you end up enjoying the video, and comment whether you or not you think the Culling games will be better than the Shibuya incident. Now let's remember, Shibuya incident was S tier. That's gonna be hard to top, but I feel like Gege could do it. Let's begin. So the name of this chapter is called Colony, and on the cover page we get the words "inside the ring will become a war zone." So Gege is hyping up the Culling games. He's letting us know he's coming with some heat, and I'm ready for it. I've been ready since spring. We started chapter off in a dark room with a conversation going on between Kenjaku and a young girl. This young girl is the girl we met at the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen. Her name is Sasaki. Her and Yuji were in the same club, and to be honest, I didn't realize that till I read the chapter again for this video. I mean, it was way back, so I don't blame me or anybody else, but just throwing that out there. Kenjaku apologizes to Sasaki, and she looks like she just woke up and she's panicking based on how nervous she looks. And I mean, shit, I would be too if I woke up and saw a random dude in my face apologizing. Sasaki asks Kenjaku who is he. Kenjaku then lets her know that he's a sorcerer that formed the barrier here, and this place was chosen as the grounds for a battle to the death. He then adds, unfortunately, I can't say it's much of an honor. Sasaki is like, wait, battle to the death? She then asks, couldn't you not like do that at my house? I found that really funny, and so did Kenjaku, considering he says, haha, you're a funny one. Kenjaku then tells Sasaki there lies the remnants of an old execution ground a short distance from here. That's where the center of the barrier is. I'd say that it has a radius of about 5 to 6 kilometers. He then lets her know he had to jump through a few wires to make this barrier, so he can't place unreasonable conditions. He tells her, you people that were within the barrier to begin with have a one-time right to leave the barrier. If so you desire, you'll be put outside the barrier when you wake up. What is your choice? Sasaki's like, wait, when I wake up, is this a dream? Which I was wondering as well, like, did Kenjaku perform some infinite Tsukiyomi, considering they were in a dark room and Kenjaku was just calmly talking to her? I'm like, well, how did he even do that? Kenjaku, man, he got a whole bunch of tricks up his sleeve. Aside from that, it is nice to see Kenjaku. It's been a while since we last saw him, and we're finally getting some insights as to what he's been doing in preparation for the Culling games. For so long, we've just been focusing on our main cast, and we stirred away from Kenjaku for a bit. And to be honest, we almost forgot about him, but I'm glad Gege showed us what he's been up to. Man, I believe the last time we saw Kenjaku was like, what, the last panel Shibuya? So that was all the way like in the beginning of the year or end of 2020. I caught up to Jujutsu Kaisen like, what, midway January? So yeah, it has to be early this year or like end of last year. In the next panel, we find out that the place where Kenjaku and Sasaki are talking is the rift between dreams and reality, the cursed realm, as he reaches his hand out to Sasaki. As Sasaki reaches her hand out to him, Kenjaku tells her, be careful, move with caution. There's some impatient people out there ready to kill. We then get this awesome panel with Kenjaku and the young girl walking through the cursed realm. This is like this whole pitch black background, and it's just them walking. In the following panel, we then see what's going on in reality, and man, like the contrast to what happened in the previous panel, bro, Gege, well done. In reality, Kenjaku and Sasaki are walking through a bridge in the middle. In the middle of this, there are sorcerers in the background fighting to the death, which I thought was fire. Like, that's the shit that gets me really hyped. Man, Culling games are gonna be packing something different. Another thing I found really cool is just how Kenjaku's just casually strolling, like as if he's walking through a park on a Sunday evening. Like, that panel is 10 out of 10. In the next panel, we jump back into the cursed realm, and Kenjaku says to Sasaki, oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. Thank you for getting along with my son. And this is this moment I'm like, whoa, what do you mean? On some Drewski shit, what do you mean? In the middle of that, we see someone screaming, Sasaki, Sasaki. Sasaki then finally wakes up, and she's in the middle of a city surrounded by a crowd full of people. She then sees her friend Iguchi, another friend that we met in the beginning of the series. Iguchi says to her, I'm glad there's someone I know here. They then begin to walk. Sasaki asks, where are we? To which Iguchi replies, we're around the area between Kodatai and Hiroshi. I don't know if I pronounced that right, let me know. More importantly, look, as he points out, Iguchi says, Sasuke's like, my feet hurt and I don't have any glasses. And I just love how Gege draws Sasaki in that small little panel. Gege is one of the few mangaka who can go from such a dark tone to something goofy, but also not overdo it and keep things serious or make it easier to transition back. As they look in the direction Iguchi is pointing towards, Iguchi says, what does she think as a member of the occult club? We then see this huge black wall, which I believe is the colony in the middle of the city with all these people, man. Kenjaku, you crazy boy. Since Sasuke then replies, what do you think? In the next panel, we then see this huge black cylinder shape, the same one we saw in the previous panel, and we find out this is the Sendai colony. As of November 1st, 6:02, I'm guessing it's the morning. Gucci then says to Sasuke, can I talk about a dream I had? Everyone is talking about it, the long-haired man wearing a robe, right? Sasuke then asks his sentence, then did he tell you too something about his son? To which Iguchi replies, no, first I've heard of it. It's at this moment Sasuke realized he was talking about Yuji. So this part of the chapter was crazy because the fandom has predicted for a while that Yuji and Kenjaku are related. Specifically that Kenjaku might have been like a co-parent in making Yuji. Considering a lot of us speculated that he took over Yuji's mom, and that's how Yuji came to be. I'm guessing we might be right, considering, you know, Kenjaku just said it himself, that's his son. But yeah, that is crazy. So as far as Sasuke and Iguchi, I'm pretty sure that they are going to either become players or they're going to die. And Gege, you know, he pulls no punches when it comes to death. He doesn't care. And I mean, if they become players, they are definitely going to die, so death either way. In the next panel, we turn back to our protagonist, and they're currently trying to track down the angel. Unfortunately, they can't find her name, and they assume she must be under a different name, considering Yuji is under Sukuna, so she might be under her real name. I believe her real name is Hannah. I don't remember her last name. So maybe they might find her that way. But then in the next panel, Fushiguro brings up how Tengen says she's on the eastern side of Tokyo, inside the number 2 colony. In the middle of this, Hikari asks if he knows what she looks like, to which Megumi replies, they'll know once they see her. And Hikari's like, are you sure about that? Hikari then splits them up into teams. Panda and Hikari will head to Tokyo number 2, Yuji and Megumi will head to number 1, and Kiara will be on standby outside the barriers. Panda then questions Hikari's reason as to why he broke them up like that. And Hikari says, well, based on the scores, Kashimo's the strongest guy, and it's only reasonable that he should be the one to fight him. And man, I'm excited. I can't wait to see Hikari go all out. Bro, Hikari's been having some hype to his name for a while, man, so he better not disappoint. We then turn to Kirara, who's a bit down. She's being left out. So she tells Panda because he has a good nose, he should concentrate on finding the angel, which I agree. Hikari then brings up Yuta. He says they haven't had any contact from Yuta, so it's safe to rule out phones can be used inside the barrier. And they need one person observing the situation outside. To which Kirara replies, fine, I'll do it. And let's be real, Hikari doesn't want his girlfriend to get killed. We then turn to Yuji and Fushiguro. For the safety of Megumi, Yuji tries to insist that he and Megumi should be on different teams, to which Megumi immediately tells Yuji to shut up. He then adds the roles of our seniors can't be changed, stop being selfish. Megumi and Yuji then get into an argument. Yuji's like, I'm being considerate to you, and Megumi's like, are you going to keep saying that shit every time? I don't got time for this shit. And Panda's on the corner like, don't fight. In the following panel, we then receive a countdown. It is currently November 12th, 12 p.m. in Tokyo. There are 7 days and 12 hours until the limit for Sumiki's vow to participate in the Culling game. In the next panel, Kogane, the announcing thingy we met in the last chapter, yeah, we'll call it that, says, yo, I'm Kogane. The deathmatch known as the Culling games is underway inside this barrier. Once you step in, you're a player too. Knowing that, will you come inside anyway? We then turn to Akari and Panda, who say, yeah. And in the last panel of this phenomenal chapter, we turn to Yuji and Megumi. Megumi says, of course, no problem. We then get the words, it's time to cross into the depths of Hades itself. The Culling Games begins. And man, this had me so damn hyped, bro. What a chapter. The Culling Games officially begins the next chapter. I feel like the next chapter we're going to turn to Yuta. I think that makes the most sense considering he's already entered the game. And we haven't heard from him in a while. And bro, I'm just so hyped. Yo, you guys know Yuta's the GOAT. But yeah, man, this chapter was so fire. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. Hit the subscribe button for more content. It is your boy Anime Devil Hunter, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Woo, Culling Games, baby.